Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about 10 secret signs of attraction. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Squaring up. Subtle changes in body language can be strong indicators of secret attraction. Oftentimes, people's bodies communicate messages that they aren't brave enough to say out loud. In other words, just because someone has never confessed their love for you, well, that doesn't mean they find you unattractive. One important piece of romantic body language is called fronting or squaring up. When someone finds you attractive, they unconsciously point their torsos and their feet in your direction. Even if there are other people in the room, they consistently point the majority of their body towards you. But why does fronting signify romantic attraction? Pointing your body at someone tells them whether or not you're paying attention. For example, say you turn your head towards someone but you point your feet in the other direction. The body language means, I'm paying attention to you right now, but I'll be moving in the other direction. In other words, you have part of my attention, but I'd rather be looking somewhere else. On the other hand, when we point our head, torso, and feet in the same direction, we're giving someone our undivided attention. Your face and your body are telling this person, hey, I am paying attention to you right now, and I will keep paying attention in the future. So watch the way people use their bodies to communicate subtle psychological messages. People may not say it out loud, but the person they're squaring up to is the person they're attracted to the most. Number 2. Side by side. Imagine you're walking with someone you like. Do you walk in front of them, behind them, or right beside them? Most people unconsciously communicate attraction by walking side by side with the people they like. This subtle body language suggests comfort, closeness, and mutual respect, all of which play a role in physical attraction. If someone likes you, they'll find every excuse to walk right beside you, even if you're not talking. When you walk together, they match your pace and stay right by your side. They don't lead and they don't lag 2 steps behind, because when you're walking together, the only thing on their mind is you. Number 3. Valuable input. Imagine someone you know is picking out a new outfit. As they're trying on different clothes, they ask you which outfit you like the most. Questions like these can often signal romantic attraction. This person is asking for your opinion because they want to know what kind of clothes you like. In other words, they want to gauge your preferences, and that way they can buy something you find attractive. Asking for input can be a sign of physical attraction, but it can also indicate long-term emotional interests. For example, someone may ask for your advice about a work-related conflict or a personal dilemma. In this case, they want to know your opinion because they genuinely care about what you have to say. They want to hear your thoughts and feelings because they value the way your mind works. In other words, this person respects you on an emotional level. They're not just attracted to your physical features or romantic tastes. They're drawn to you as a person, and that signifies a stronger, deeper connection. Number 4. Meticulous styling. Do you know someone who spends extra time on their appearance? Maybe they pay close attention to the way they smell, the clothes they wear, and the style of their hair. Think about it like this. If you're attracted to someone, don't you want them to be attracted to you? People work extra hard on their appearance because they want to look, smell, and feel great whenever you're around. Now, that doesn't mean they dress in expensive clothes all the time, but they do make an extra effort to spruce themselves up. Maybe they wear perfume, spend extra time styling their hair, and they wear clothes that flatter their figure. To put it simply, this person wants to attract your attention, just like you attract theirs. If someone you know always goes the extra mile, they may secretly find you attractive. Number 5. The sweat response. How do you feel when someone attractive walks into the room? Around attractive people, your body goes into overdrive. Your heart beats faster, you can't find the right words, and you start sweating much more than you'd like. As embarrassing as they can be, these physical signs can help you understand the way someone else really feels. You get nervous and sweaty around people you like, right? Well, people who are attracted to you experience the same physiological responses. In other words, you can test whether or not someone likes you by watching the way their body reacts. If someone is flushed and sweaty around you, they may feel nervous whenever you're around, likely because they find you attractive. It's not always easy to tell how nervous someone is by looking from a distance, but there's an easy test that you can use to measure someone's physical responses. All you have to do is shake their hand. When you're nervous, your hands are often a dead giveaway. When your body goes into overdrive, your hands immediately feel warm and clammy because your body's responding to a nerve-wracking stimulus. So shake someone's hand, see how it feels. If their hands are warm and clammy, it may be because of you. Number 2. Physical closeness. Is someone you know constantly standing or sitting beside you? Physical proximity is a very common sign of attraction or affection. When another person is physically or emotionally drawn to you, they unconsciously close the distance between you. They want to establish closeness and physical intimacy by merging your personal bubbles. Why? Well, because standing closer together indicates safety and comfort. If a person's standing close to you, they see you as someone they can be more vulnerable with. On the flip side, if you let someone stay inside your personal bubble, you're sending a mutually affectionate message. Physical proximity is a sign of attraction on its own, but it also creates opportunities for verbal and physical expression. The closer you are, the easier it is to engage in a conversation or make physical contact. So pay attention to anyone who closes this physical gap. No matter how often you get separated, this person finds some excuse to stand by your side. If this sounds familiar, it's a safe bet they're attracted to you. Number 7. Sharing interests. Has this person taken a sudden interest in your hobbies? Are they signing up for classes, listening to music, or reading books that you recommended? Most of the time, your interests fall on deaf ears, even among your friends and family. Most people like what they like and rarely take an interest in other people's hobbies. But if someone is secretly attracted to you, they admire the things you do. They like your taste in music. They find your hobby so interesting that they're willing to step out of their comfort zones and try things they've never tried before. So if you know someone like this, they're engaging with your hobbies for a reason. They suddenly like the things you like because they think you're an interesting and exciting person. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother engaging on such a personal level. So don't overlook this simple sign of attraction. If someone you know adopts your interests, they're not just being nice. They're going out of their way because they admire you as a person. Number 8. Special laughter. Do you know someone who's always trying to make you laugh? Laughter is one of the most powerful indicators of mutual attraction. When two people make each other laugh, they usually have compatible personalities and a strong connection, physically and emotionally. In other words, if you know someone who tries to make you laugh, they want to connect with you. They want to cultivate a positive, intimate dynamic by showing you how funny and attractive they can be. They want to make you smile and laugh because someone who brightens your life is someone you want to keep around. Now, don't be too surprised if the funniest person in your life is secretly attracted to you. Now, you may think, oh, they're just a funny person, but if they're going out of their way to make you laugh, it's because your laughter means something special to them. Number 9. Accidental contact. If someone isn't ready to confess their feelings, they may be too shy to make physical contact. They may not have the courage to hold your hand or to touch your leg, but that doesn't mean physical contact is off the table. This person may find other ways to subtly strengthen your physical connection. For example, instead of touching your arm, they may accidentally brush against your arm while you're walking. Now, it doesn't feel like much in the moment, but accidental contact is how many shy people communicate their feelings. Instead of intentional touches, they engineer brushes, grazes, and bumps. On their own, a bump or a graze doesn't mean a whole lot, but if this person is subtly brushing your arm every day, they may be secretly attracted to you. Number 10. Unbroken gaze. When someone is interested in you, their gaze hardly ever wanders. It may feel like every time you look at them, they're also looking at you. It's not a coincidence. This person is constantly attracted to you, so they don't want to look anywhere else. They find every excuse to stare in your direction because in their mind, you are irresistible. Now, in the early stages, when you catch someone staring, they'll get embarrassed and they'll look away. They'll pretend they were looking at something else or try to cover their tracks. But as you develop a stronger connection, they'll feel more confident looking in your direction, especially if you're looking back. You may hold each other's gazes for seconds or minutes at a time. It may feel electric whenever your eyes meet. If so, you're attracted to them and they're attracted to you. So don't let their feelings go unnoticed. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.